This is a Squabble Studios production.
Hello and welcome to Squabble. I'm Carter. This is what you say.
I'm EJ.
And today we are going to be ranking Mario Karts. EJ.
The carts themselves.
No, the games. Although that's a good episode too.
That would
ranking the carts themselves.
How many do you think there are over
There's
9
a
games?
lot of carts. Let's look it up. I want to look it up. That's wild, actually.
It's time for a fun fact.
Yeah, you look it up, and I'll talk for a second. This is EJ. EJ's guest hosting today. Don't worry, we didn't replace Jacob completely yet. But he is on a business work trip in Florida. So to fill in, we decided who better a person than Squabble Studios production manager
EJ.
EJ, yep. Our boy Evan here. So yeah, here he is. This is him, full in the flesh, never before seen. This is also a face reveal.
You're right.
So yeah, and he likes Mario Kart as well as me.
Die for it.
And also Jacob, but
he's not here right now.
We built Jacob's love for Mario Kart,
We built
EJ and I first.
Yeah.
Much as we also built him.
Yeah.
As a person. Jacob came from us.
Formed him in our image.
Yeah. Do we have a consensus? What's the result?
You
don't know?
So I don't have a number. It's got them listed by weight.
Oh, nice.
Like lightweight, middleweight, heavyweight, other. But it doesn't actually break it down except for Double Dash. But for simple math, because it's roughly the same amount of characters in all of them, you think, except for maybe 8?
Probably.
Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'd say there's 20 there, and there's 9 games. So if we ranked every cart, you'd have roughly just under 200 carts to rank.
Wow, that is wild. So maybe we'll do that in an episode one day. But today is just ranking the games. And before we get into it, a little disclaimer. We are not including the Mario Kart arcade Namco stuff. So yeah, those weird ones that nobody has ever cared about and nobody knows exists. We're not counting those, and we are also combining. There's Mario Kart. Yeah, there's Mario Kart 8, and then there's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which came out 2 years later, I think.
3 years later.
3 years later. But Mario Kart Deluxe is just Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is what it's called. It's just Mario Kart 8, except it comes with all the expansions and all of the special features and characters and stuff that you could buy as DLCs and stuff. So it's basically just Mario Kart 8 with all that good new stuff. So those are also combined as one. So in the end, we're ranking 9 Karts games. Mario Kart
Karts games.
Karts games. 9. Yeah, and there's also one oh yeah, no, okay. Yeah, that's all. So we're ranking 9 of them, and those 9 include
Would you like me to list them off?
Yeah, you can list them off in order that they were released.
Absolutely. Would you like the year as well, or just the
name?
Yeah,
give the year.
Okay.
Little facts.
1992. They dropped Super Mario Kart on us.
Oh, that's on the Super Nintendo.
Absolutely.
Wow.
4 years later, they kick it off with Mario Kart 64. Can you guess what system that came out on?
64.
Absolutely wrong. hit him up. Not 4, but 5 years later with Mario Kart Super Circuit for the Game Boy Advance.
Wow, they waited 5 years before they dropped into their Mario Kart?
Yeah, and then this time, only 2 years to release Double Dash.
Interesting.
Very. 2 years later, GameCube is old news. The DS has come out, and we have Mario Kart DS.
You know what's funny is that while they were probably working on Mario Kart Double Dash and Mario Kart Circuit at the
Almost
same
at
time.
the same time, yeah.
Because they're so close together, you know?
When did the GameCube come out?
I don't know. Let me look.
Compared to the Game Boy Advance? I'll carry on.
Yeah.
After DS, 3 years later, Mario Kart Wii. Let's see.
The Game Boy came out in 89.
89? Jeez.
Wild.
But that's just Game Boy. It's the Game Boy Advance.
Oh, you're right.
Let's see. Where were we? Yes.
Advanced 2001.
Okay. So
Wow,
when did
Jacob
the
wasn't even
GameCube
born
come out?
yet.
What a child.
That's why he's not here.
Yeah. Let's see. 3 years later, Mario Kart 7. And then 3 years later, Mario Kart 8.
Then
Another 3 years later, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And then 2 years later, as of last year, we have Mario Kart Tour.
Mario Kart Tour,
4.
which if you don't know, is the iPhone, or I guess
The
any
mobile,
phone, right?
yeah.
It came out on all platforms.
Mhm.
A phone version of Mario Kart, which sounds ridiculous, but just play it, all right? And we'll
I have
talk
mixed
about
reviews.
that we'll talk about that when we get into it.
Did you
all
figure
right.
out when the GameCube came out?
Oh, when the GameCube came out?
Yeah.
Is that what we're trying to find?
I'm curious anyway.
The GameCube, which I think, and I will die on the hill, is the best system to ever be released. It came out in 2001 in Japan, and then in North America 2001.
You're right then.
and
Both
then
of those came out in
Europe
2001.
in 2002. Europe was late to the game.
So they really could have been working on both of them at the same time then.
They probably were, to be honest. Because I think when I bought my GameCube, it came with Double Dash, actually. Like, that was
really?
the game that they were releasing with it. I think, if I remember correctly.
Like a package deal?
Yeah, my GameCube has stickers on it that make it look like explosions. So,
It does?
yeah.
The purple one?
No, I have the silver
The silver one.
Yeah.
This
We have a
is-
purple one as well, because
do
that
have
was my
purple one as well.
grandma's.
Oh, okay. Now I don't know what to
So,
believe.
anyway, who wants to start? I think we should
Um,
start at the bottom, obviously, and go upwards. So, I have a
I'll-
pretty controversial number 9.
Do you do?
I do.
Okay.
So, if you want to start, then maybe we can kick it off easy.
I will. My number 9 is Mario Kart 7.
Oh, all right.
Personally, so let's see. It was the one for the 3DS, and I kind of think of it as the bad version of Mario Kart 8. Because if you look at it, the way they've created it, what with the entire layout of the carts and like all the new things you can do, because let's see, right before Mario Kart 7 was Mario Kart Wii. So there's not a whole lot of differences, but Mario Kart 7 compared to 8, I mean, look at this. It's
Yeah.
literally looks like the same game,
I
right?
totally
They introduced
understand.
the little flying things.
Which I am getting used to because of Mario Kart 8,
Right.
which I play, but still not a huge fan of the little gliders.
Right, but like, for example, if you look at something as old as like Mario Kart 64, it still looks good in my opinion. It's still like visually pleasing and fun to play. But when I look at Mario Kart 7, I think I'll never play this. I have no reason to, because Mario Kart 8
Yeah, it was
is
like that
out.
middle stage where it's like not quite old enough to be like, oh, it's old, that's why the graphics are bad. No, it's like it's pretty new, and it seems like it should be pretty new still, but you
Right.
look at it, it's like, well, those graphics suck.
Yeah.
Like just like the animation is
It's
terrible.
yeah, it's like they had us in the first half. It was
They
a
had us in
good
the first half,
vision.
not gonna
It just
lie.
wasn't complete. It wasn't complete until Mario Kart 8, in my opinion.
That is a very good take.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree. Mario Kart is pretty bad. It's actually little reveal. That's number 8 on my list.
Number 8, okay.
Because I played a lot of Mario Kart 7 as well. I didn't ever own a 3DS, but we did a lot of. I had a lot of friends that owned 3DS, and I played it a lot because I used to work at Vintage Stock. All right.
A mere plug.
Yes, a plug. Love Vintage Stock still, but didn't get fired. I quit, just in case anyone was wondering. But played a lot of games there because that was a great job. I just got to play video games all the time.
Yeah, say no more of that. You played a lot because it was your job.
Yeah, it was my job, and I got to play video games. And I played a lot of 3DS because people don't like 3D. People can't be coming and selling their 3DS. All right.
Games and all?
No, usually it's just the 3D. Yeah,
Oh,
sometimes they bring their games, but when I have to test the system to make sure it works, Mario Kart's a go-to to plug and play.
Smart move.
And yeah, Mario Kart 7, honestly, it's not that great. It's just kind of like, there's nothing special about it.
Yeah.
But my worst one, and this is where you'll understand that it's a little controversial. Number 9, worst Mario Kart ever made, Mario Kart Wii. Now,
Ooh.
yeah, I know. There's a lot of people that love Mario Kart Wii. But if you think Mario Kart Wii is the best Mario Kart, you're a pleb. and you You're not a true gamer if you think
Yeah.
Mario Kart Wii is the best.
See, that like it has a special place in my heart for reasons I'll get to once I get to it. But it's not in my top 3. Like I'm not an animal. It's
Right.
not on the bottom, but it's not on the top.
It's just Mario Kart Wii had so much hype. People freaking loved Mario Kart Wii, and people still love Mario Kart Wii. And I know people that will die saying that Mario Kart Wii is the best Mario Kart, and it's just not true.
I kind of fall into that. Well, I don't fall into the last bit of that, saying it's the best, but I have like, I don't know, reasons why I like it, and then I'll get there.
Okay. I'd like to hear your reasons.
Okay, well.
But I just and maybe part of the why I disliked Wii so much or Mario Kart Wii was because I never got into the motion controls. And I know you could play without the motion controls, but I just never liked the Wii control. I just never really liked the Wii, I don't think.
So did you ever test it like with the circle, like the wheel?
The motion control wheel?
Yeah.
I did.
Is that okay.
And although it's like fun a couple times, when it comes to Mario Kart, okay, I play to win.
It's not a child's game.
It's not a child's game. And the motion controls are fun, but never realistic if you be trying to win.
They kind of bring you down to toddler level.
Yes. If you are using the Mario Kart wheel, you're having a good time, but believe me, I will destroy you. And I will not feel bad. I play to win. And maybe that's an issue for me. I don't know. But I just was never, I always just disliked it. And maybe it's because I was such a diehard fan and people were like, oh, you want to play Mario Kart Wii?
They wanted to play for fun, is what you're saying.
Yeah, when people that play Mario Kart Wii want to play for fun. And I'm not about it.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just not great in my opinion. And then, yeah, it's just not. I just don't like it.
That's fair.
And then, my number 8 is Mario Kart 7, which we kind of already talked about. So if you want to do your number 8,
don't have much to say about my number 8. It's Mario Kart Super Circuit. All I really have to say, so the way I feel about Mario Kart 7 is it's like a sad version of Mario Kart 8, and I kind of feel the way about Super Circuit in terms of the DS. I feel like it's a bad version of Mario Kart DS because I'd say my first 3 here, like 7 through 9, I'm not a big fan of.
yeah.
But my 1 through
makes
6, I like a lot. So once we get to my 6, which it's not bad, it's just that I only have so many options.
That's fair.
Anyway, so yeah, to me, all I really have for that one is it's what the DS game could have been, or rather
I never owned a Game Boy Advance, so
You didn't?
I didn't.
Okay.
I never. I think I had a Game Boy for a little bit. Actually, no, I don't think. I think every Game Boy memory I have was me playing on your Game Boy.
That sounds right. I was gonna say I think you upgraded from the GameCube straight to the Wii, right?
Yeah,
Or-
I had a DS.
You did have a DS. That's right. You had multiple DS.
I had a lot of DSs, but never the DSi or the DS 3DS.
Plus, or what was it called?
There was like
There's like the chunky
oh
one.
no, you're thinking there's the DS, the very first DS
Right.
is like chunky, and then the DS Lite,
That's like the
which
slightly
is like
thinner one.
It looks like like a little box.
It was very glossy.
I still have my DS, my
Wait,
original DS.
so
that
what's
I
the
bought
DSi?
the day it came out. I was like 12 probably. What year did the DS come out? I was young child, saved up so much money to buy this DS, bought it myself, still own it to this day. It's one of my most prized
You really?
possessions. I still do.
It's beautiful.
And it's blue. It's perfectly taken care of. It looks like it brand new came out of the box.
It's a thick boy though.
It is thick.
I mean, it's kind of like a brick.
It is. It's huge. It's crazy how big it is. But it took the DS games and the Game Boy games.
Game Boy Advance, so the little cartridge thing. Yeah.
I loved it. Loved that thing. But never had a Game Boy. You'd bring your Game Boy to me and your family when we were young children would go to Mexican restaurants. You'd bring your Game
that
Boy.
bad boy.
We'd game on your Game Boy. But I've only played Mario Super Circuit one time, and that was at Vintage Stock. Somebody brought it in, and I played it one time, and it was just okay.
Yeah, that's literally all I have to say about it. Is it's just subpar.
My number 8 is Mario Kart 7. Did you have anything to add before we jumped into this to number 7? Not Mario Kart 7, but
To number 7, I do not.
Because my number 7 is Mario Circuit.
My number 7 is Oh, you mean your number 7 is my number 8?
Wait, what?
Super Circuit?
Yeah, my number 7 is your number 8. So what's your number
Correct.
7?
Oh, my number 7 is Mario Kart Tour, which is The mobile one, the iOS one. Is yours higher?
My
Significantly?
Mario Kart Tour.
No, don't. Is it
I
number
won't
2?
tell you where it is.
Okay.
But I love it.
Okay, so I played it like the day it came out, and it had significant issues when it was released, which is fair. Lots of games do.
Right.
It was I guess it wasn't their first mobile one because they had the Mario Kart or the Mario Run.
Mario Run.
Mario Run.
Before that, it was Pokemon Go.
Oh, that's
so,
true.
They
I
had
didn't think of
experience
that.
making
Yeah.
games.
Just not this style because
Yeah, sure.
now Pokemon Go is way more than it was when it came out. So this was
Pokemon
like
Go is wild now.
I know, and then even like when the Mario Run came out, it was still single player. There wasn't like you connect to the internet, but the whole center of like Mario Kart Tour is you can like play online with people, and it had issues like day one, and now I don't think it does. I think its connectivity is fine. I'm just not a fan of it.
See, I jumped on the Mario Tour bus pretty late.
As did I. Once
so
I, got
I
into
didn't
it.
know if there were any problems or anything like that.
Oh,
I
from
jumped
the
on
get-go?
from the get-go. I heard that it came out. I was like, oh, the Mario Kart on the phone, that was so cool. Or I was hyped beforehand, and then when it dropped, I totally forgot about it. And so I didn't download it till like a month later. Probably someone's like, did you play the new Mario Kart on the phone? And I was like, oh, I forgot about that. So I downloaded it. Freaking loved it. I'm not gonna tell you where it is on my list yet. But
Were
I
you
love
that way with
game.
Pokemon Go? Were you into it when it came
Oh,
out?
I was so into Pokemon
You were?
Go when it came
Okay,
out.
I didn't
Yeah.
know if you were into it when it came out.
Were you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Everybody in the world was like, for like a couple months, was like united around Pokemon Go.
You're
You have
so
people
right. That was
watching
like a
there shaking
different
their heads,
time.
but it was like, it's like a fever dream. Remembering the
Yeah.
span. How long did that last, you think? Was that like a month? Just like
It had to be longer
everybody-
than a month. It was extensive.
like it was like, you remember when geocaching was a thing?
Oh my
And
gosh.
everywhere you went, people would just be like, "Yeah, we're going out with the fam on Sunday to geocache." It's like everybody was just doing that for some reason.
Yeah, and the updated, the 2016 version, because that's when it came out, is just families getting together to go drive around.
Yeah,
Hit up parks without actually getting
yeah.
outside.
You like it was like twice as many people. You'd go outside and people would be on their phones. But during this time, literally everybody just be on their phone, and 90% of them were just playing Pokemon Go.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was just having a good old time, and it was like world peace for a little bit.
It was,
That's what
briefly.
It felt like.
Yeah, and it's so funny because even like, I mean, years after, because it's so last year, this like at my parents' house, they started noticing this car that would just like idle, like sit and just like hang like out like right outside our house. And it was across the street, but directly across from us was a pond. So there's no houses there, obviously. And right next to the pond was a park. And so they would just hang out with their car like idling. And eventually my dad, who's just the kind of person, he was like, this is weird. He's like, I've had enough of this. He goes down, like knocks on the dude's window. He's like, what you doing? The guy's like, oh, I'm playing a game. My dad was like, okay. What? He was like, I'm playing Pokemon Go. He's like, I'm waiting, because they have the little, like, all parks become like
Yeah,
Pokemon.
it's
And so
like a what is it called? An arena, right?
it's not a Pokestop. What's it called? What, like,
An arena, right? You're
Is that
trying
what
to,
it's
he's
called?
like trying to claim the arena, and if you have your Pokemon there claiming the arena,
I think you're
then
just
you
trying to
gain
catch
it.
him.
Oh, you were just like, he was waiting for it to spawn.
Yeah.
Okay, he was like farming Pokemon.
Yeah.
All right.
And so my dad was so lost on this concept, but he was like, oh, he was like, it's a game. He was like, I'm trying to like catch him. My dad was just like, okay. And walked back inside and came into my room. He was like, do you know what Pokemon Go is? He said it like he was speaking a different language, like he didn't know what the words meant. I was like, yeah, why? He said, the dude outside in his car is playing it. He was like, what's it about? I then explained Pokemon, which is ironic because when I was younger, purchased Pokemon games for me.
Right.
All the same. And then quickly the dude left and didn't show up for a while. But
was-
he eventually started coming back.
good,
My dad
good.
briefly scared him.
Good.
That's all.
As long as you started calling.
Yeah, the dream's still alive. Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. But anyway, this is not about Pokemon Go. This is about Mario, and so yeah, Mar.
Mama?
What number was that?
That was my 7.
Oh, Tour was your 7.
Yes.
My 7. Okay, so I guess we'll
Your
jump
7
to my
was
6.
Okay.
Mario Kart DS.
Correct. That's my number 6.
Is that your number
Yeah.
6 as well? Mario Kart DS, honestly, good game.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it wasn't spectacular. but I played a lot of it on my DS.
I put a lot of it on your DS as well.
So I think I still own this game, and I'm pretty sure if I'm remembering correctly, this was the game you could do like basically LAN parties.
Yeah,
but on
because
your DS.
that's how it always played.
And I don't know. This was honestly number 6. I think most people out there, if you're ranking at home, I bet all of y'all got this at number 6. It's like not amazing, but like it's not the worst.
It's a good spot for it.
It's really it's honestly just a number 6.
Right, and it's like it came after Mario Kart Double Dash, which we won't dive into yet.
No,
for obvious reasons.
Not yet.
But in terms of like handheld, right? What came before was Mario Kart Super Circuit. If you've ever played a DS, especially Mario Kart DS, you know the significant upgrade between a DS and like your Game Boy, your OG day one 89 Game Boy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons I liked it so much is because, well, first of all, I never had a DS, so I only got to play like on Alex's.
You never had a DS?
I have one now as an adult. I have purchased one.
Good.
A 3DS XL because I'm a big boy. But no, I never had like the original one. I just always used your guys's.
Wow. Didn't know that. That's wild.
But yeah, for its time, it was.
Yeah, Mario
It's
Kart
good.
was DS. It's just honestly, Mario Kart DS was just a really good, like it was a well-made Mario Kart game that you could take with you, and like how are you supposed to complain? All right, anything else you'd like to add to that one?
No, you covered it.
Number 5. Would you like me to go or you to jump to 5?
I'll take it away because I
Alright.
know you already had yours on this. My number 5 is Mario Kart Wii.
Okay.
So
I've already taken my toll on this one.
Correct.
So you say why you think it's good.
So it's not so much why it's good; it's why I like it.
all right, fair.
Because it is good. And this is going to sound very privileged of me, but all I ever wanted as a kid was like an Xbox 360.
Yeah.
I never got that Xbox 360. The closest I got was coming over here and playing at your guys's. But what I did get, and this is, like I said, this sounds super privileged. My dad purchased a Wii, which was just so not like him to like purchase a game system for his children, but he did. So he bought us a Wii like right when they came out and gave it to us. And we were like, this is great. What do I do with it?
How does one Wii?
Yeah, which quickly found a love for Mario Kart Wii because that was it. He also like purchased that with it. So we had like the Nerf style like foam wheel, and also like one of like the hard plastic ones. So I played a lot of it just to really get the usage out of my Wii.
Of course.
And I have no regrets.
So
it's not so much that it's a well-made game. It's just that I like it, and I played a lot of it. Yeah,
that makes sense. Okay, I'll accept that as being so high. Was that 5?
That was 5. Yes.
My 5 is Super Mario Kart. Just a good old Super Mario Kart, which was very original Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. Didn't play a lot of this. I have played a little bit though, but I had to put this one pretty high because honestly, it's fun. Like I play it whenever I go to. There's this, Arcadia.
Yeah, Fable.
Yeah, little arcade. They got Super Nintendo set up there. That's a good go-to if the Super Nintendo is open. Super Mario Kart. But I had to put it up because like it was the start. This was really the kickoff to where we are now.
And it was a beautiful launch.
Yeah,
like it looks good. Even
really,
like the artwork, not the gameplay. It's just like it's tough to beat.
Well, even the gameplay is like, honestly, it's a really classic racing game. Like back in the day, what's those other racing games that just like are on the big machine?
Oh gosh, I don't even know what they're called.
I'm thinking of one specifically that's very similar to Super Mario Kart. Like the gameplay, but like the 8-bit kind of just back and forth.
Oh man,
you know what I'm talking about too, don't you?
Yeah, I used to have a little game system, and it had like Dig Dug, and it had Pac-Man and Galaga, and it had some like, generic racing game. Yeah, that's like this game on steroids.
Yeah, and like you can't complain about it. It was good.
Yeah.
Just good. But I mean, there was like you could pick from like 8 different characters, I think, or less than. Like I think everyone on the screen here is the characters you could choose from, which is Mario, Luigi, Bowser, Toad, Donkey Kong, Yoshi,
Don't even get the red shell, just the green shell.
and this green shell turtle. Like those were the characters you got. Like that's it. And you know, there's something nice about something so original. You know,
So simple.
yeah. And without it, we wouldn't have my number 1, which I will not reveal yet.
Well said. I'm going to piggyback off that and take us to the next one because number 4 is Super Mario Kart for me, the original one. And just like you, I didn't play a lot of it, but I have played it, and I play it any chance I get for reasons I stated, which is it's beautiful.
That's good. Okay, my number 4 then, Mario Kart Tour.
Okay, convince me.
Yeah, all right. Here we go. So Mario Kart Tour is great. It's just, I freaking love that.
Wow, say no more. My number 3.
I played Mario Kart Tour is Mario Kart on the phone, and what more can you add? What more can you add? Just for the same logic that I like Mario Kart DS it relates to Mario Kart Tour. It is Mario Kart that you can take on the go.
That's fair.
And it's better than Mario Kart DS. All right, I'll say it. You can unlock achievements. The animation, first of all, is just freaking better. It's literally a better designed game than Mario Kart DS. Understandable. It was 2005 when DS came out, or when the Mario Kart DS came out, and it's 2019 now, or 2020 now, and 2019 when Mario Kart Tour came out. So of course it's going to look better, but come on, it looks better. It looks better. It plays better. All you need is a finger. All right. And I can say that for a lot of things, but this specifically is really fun.
Well said.
I was impressed because when I first heard of it, I thought it was going to be so stupid. And maybe this is why I like it so much, is because I thought it was going to be dumb when it came out. I was like,
and once you got into it, it had been like tweaked and perfected.
Right. And I was expecting it to come into it with one of those like on the bottom of the screen. I thought it was going to, first of all, I was expecting for you have to tilt your phone, you know? You got to tilt your phone and use it like a controller.
That's fair.
And when I opened it and the fact that you actually race holding your phone vertical, I was like, that's genius.
Game changer.
That is genius. And there's no like buttons that you have to press. It's literally you slide, you swipe.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is so stupid. It's going to be dumb. But after I started playing it, it was so intuitive. It was just well designed. And you level up your cars and characters.
Everything, all the
you level up
accessories
everything,
you
which
use.
I like, and it's not pay to win. You know,
That's true.
Like Mario Run. Well, Mario Run wasn't really pay to win; it was just pay to play. Really, it was like free download if you got to play like one level. That it was like
immediately start emptying that wallet.
But this was like, no, you play, and
you do have to give it to them because if they'd made it where you unlock like 2 maps, but if you pay for the rest, people would have spent their money on that. If it was like, oh, you want to unlock like Rainbow Road or something like classic, you know, like even if you haven't played it, but your friends are like religiously play it. You've heard of Rainbow Road, right? It's like even those people, they'd purchase it.
And I think it's one of the. I think probably they got a lot of hate from Mario Run.
I
remember
that's
Mario
probably
Run
right.
came out,
Actually,
everyone loved it, and then like 2 days into it,
everybody at the same time realized that. Yeah.
The whole internet decided that they loved it, and then 2 days later, the entire internet was like, pay to win? I think not, and like trash on it. So I think that's one of the reasons why they didn't do it. And honestly, come on, if you like the Mario Kart DS, like you gotta, for the same reasons, you gotta at least enjoy Mario Kart Tour.
Right.
And even though, because Mario, your phone can do everything your DS can do. I mean, come on.
That's true. The alternative would be everybody starts bringing their DSs with them everywhere.
Which
like,
I'm definitely...
I would respect that.
I'm for.
You got Mario Kart DS like in there ready to go.
Yeah, and speaking of which, I'm going to take my DS to work on Monday. Why not?
That.
Anyway, so yeah, that's my number 4, and I stand by it. You already said your number 4.
Yes.
So would you like to go to your 3?
I would. This one also, special place in my heart. Mario Kart 64. Okay?
It's also my number 3.
It is your number 3.
Yeah.
Good. So I played, I'd say 90% of when I played this, I played it at my cousin's house. You know, when you're like a child and you're like first, it's like one of the first video game systems you play on, so it's got like a
Right.
special place in your heart. You don't really know what you're doing, but
You
it
love it.
feels
Yeah.
But if you win at all, I mean, even if you come in like 6th place, it's like, you know what? I'm 6 years old. Not coming in 8th place. That's all I need in life right
Yeah.
now. That is the goal.
All you got to do is not come in 8th. And you're a
Yeah.
winner.
And so it might not be the best looking one, but it's like the second one they released.
Yeah.
And honestly, when I look at it, it's like, that's what I need. Look at Mario's face. It's like so distorted.
and
But that's the
beautiful,
Mario
all
I
the
love.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my number 3.
Yeah, that's my number 3 too, for pretty much all the same reasons. I didn't play it at my cousin's house. I had the game back in the day, but yeah, it was just a good game. Honestly, didn't play it much as an adult. But when I did play
Now
it,
we'll start.
yeah, I should. I was an idiot back in the day, and I freaking sold my 64 at a garage sale as a young child.
Do you remember how much you got for it?
I don't.
Not
remember.
enough.
Not nearly enough. I wish I never sold it. However much I got for it, I don't care if a man gave me $1 million check. Would not have sold that. Wish I still had my 64.
It would
and all
because
the
it would
games.
never replace the hole in your heart.
It really won't. And I didn't appreciate it as a kid. And another reason why I put this so high is because we talked about this before the episode. You didn't know what it was, but Diddy Kong Racing. And Jacob and I, when he gets back, we're gonna do an episode about Diddy Kong Racing
Solely on
versus
Diddy Kong
Mario
Racing.
Kart.
Oh,
Because Diddy Kong
that's
Racing
bold.
was such a good game. That's all I have to say. You know Diddy Kong Racing? Diddy Kong Racing is amazing. Love it. You can fly on a plane. You race with carts, but it's like also planes. So come on, it's awesome.
Do you lift off? at the
Yeah,
start
you
of the
literally.
map?
It's like if you choose a plane, you're literally going on a completely different course than the players that are driving on the ground.
For real?
Yeah, really.
Okay, that's very
But
interesting.
the same finish line. It's awesome.
Yet it's still the same finish line.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right, number 2,
What's it called? I gotta look it up.
Diddy Kong Racing on the 64.
On the 64.
Yep,
All right.
really good.
I think we have the same top 3 here. My number 2 is Mario Kart 8.
Okay, that's why.
Okay, yeah. Once again, not much to say about this, but my 9, like I said, was Mario Kart 7, which is a sad version of 8. 8 it's complete.
It honestly is.
It is complete. Like it doesn't lack anything, which might be a bold thing to say. Now, it's not my number 1.
It lacks one thing, and that is why. And I'll get to that when
We'll get to that when we
hit
get to
number
release 1. Yeah. But now I just want to talk about 1.
I want to talk about one. You
Yeah.
want to? Yeah, because like Mario Kart 8, really good.
Solid game, beautiful for its
High
yeah.
quality, especially if you're playing on the Switch. We're talking about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I mean, so many maps.
Yeah,
So many
it lacks
maps.
no features.
Yep.
Customizability to the max,
Yeah,
which is what you'd expect for a
I
brand new
love the
game.
fact that you can customize your like wheels. Honestly, I hope the next
Them
one
rims.
is more customizability.
Such as,
I don't know,
Outfits.
steering wheel. Yeah, outfits,
Steering wheel,
skins
that's
for your
good.
cars.
dude, you could just take all the customizability Rocket League has,
various boosts,
transfer.
colors,
Yeah,
etc.
various boosts. Yeah, there you go. Or an explosion if you win.
Yeah. Different. I don't know. Your shells are like custom made or something like that. Like
Ooh.
your green shell's got like your design on it or something that
Gold
you can
flex
unlock.
or something
Just
special.
like more customizability. Love it. Number 1. Should we say it together?
We absolutely should. Would you like to count down?
3, 2, 1. Double
Double
dash. Mario Kart Double Dash, baby. Would you like to go
Words-
first? On
words-
why you think this is amazing?
Uh,
First of all,
yeah,
2.
words can't describe. Yeah, 2.
2.
Count them. Double. It's double.
It's
That's
double
2.
dash. You can have someone driving. You get to pick 2 characters. You got someone driving, and then you got someone on the back throwing items.
Yeah, and
Why'd they get rid of that?
That's what the games lack. The beautiful thing is you pick your 2 favorite people
2
because nobody has
characters.
one favorite character when you play Mario Kart. Okay, even if you're not playing Double Dash, you're always torn between
Yeah,
one of 2
so
people.
true.
That's the beautiful thing of Double Dash. You get both. You get both the special items.
And there is strategy and picking your characters because you could there's large characters and then there's small characters, and sometimes you can't use specific cars if you have a large character, and you can't have specific cars if you have a small character.
And it's not discrimination. It's reality. Okay,
Yeah,
it's
like
a realistic
Bowser
game.
can't drive, baby Luigi's
little racer
stroller
car.
Yeah, Bowser can't drive that. So like, if you want to drive that car, you got to pick 2 small characters. You got to pick like Toad and Baby Luigi. If you want to drive Bowser's, 6-wheeled monstrosity of a car, you got to pick at least one big character,
A sizable character.
Yeah, and there's strategy, man, and 2 characters. Why'd they get rid of the 2 character thing?
You'd think they'd at least man, I don't. What they did is like they gave away the option of 2 characters so that like you could have a full game. Because I know like if you play Mario Kart 8, I know you could play online with like the DS ones, or you could at least do like a LAN party. But Mario Kart 8 is, especially unlike the mobile one, it's like you can play against like 7 other people. It's like the most you can actually play with someone. So it's almost like they thought, well, if we're not gonna have a bunch of bots or like computer players, let them pick one person and have all 8 people or however many people in the match actually like.
That's fair.
With a human being behind the controller.
I don't know, man. Such a good game, Mario Kart Double Dash. And like at the end, if you beat everything, if you 3-starred every level, if you came in first in every single lap or every single level, you got to unlock the gold car, which I don't know if they do that anymore for Mario Kart 8 and other ones, but you got a gold car, which was not the great. It was just a completely balanced car, and
also it's a solid gold car. It almost looks like a convertible.
Yeah, solid gold car. Yeah, basically. It's the car that in the end, that Captain Toad or Grandpa Toad drives to deliver the trophy to the winners.
Is it really?
Yeah,
he gives them. I don't. It's been so long. He gives you the car as well. That's beautiful.
Well, he doesn't give you the car. He just gives you the trophy, and then if
you unlock.
If you won, if you did everything right.
I see what you're saying. Oh, okay.
And yeah, super good game. And there's a lot of characters. And honestly, the animation's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
How many hours do you think we've put in this?
Oh, gosh.
Collectively? At least a year.
Easily. I mean, this is another one that like hits home like in terms of nostalgia, because we have a disgusting amount of hours.
So many hours.
That we logged from like 11 p.m. to like 3 a.m. from ages like 9 to 13 probably.
Yeah.
Unlocking everything and then just playing it over and again anyway, because we can.
Oh, wow. They just reminded us about the time, and we do need to end this episode. Man, we were talking about Mario Kart for so long. I could honestly keep talking about it. Especially Double Dash.
Double Dash is intense. Yeah.
Like this is the game that when we wanted to play Grand Prix, the story mode, if you will, but Jacob wanted to play too. Well, like that's when we just like put his controller, we plugged it in just enough where the controller actually wouldn't register, so we just like kind of set it inside the cartridge there, and that was
a classic.
Yeah, and we'd play, and he'd think that he's doing really good, and he'd be like, "Hey, EJ, why aren't you were like, hey, why is there only 2 characters, or why are there only 2 screens?"
I was a good friend, and I'd take one for the team.
Yeah. And we'd say, "Oh no, EJ's just pretending to play," and Jacob would just be like, "Oh, okay, I understand."
And we did that to him for years, and we had to cause internal damage of him just thinking, "This kid's weird." Like, he'll play any game, but when it comes to Mario Kart, he wants to watch me play. I mean, he had to feel good about himself. To him, I had no desire to play. It was like I found pure joy. I would get excited and mad at watching him play.
Sometimes when he started catching on, when he started to realize,
we'd hit him with the old 1-2.
When he started to realize that, hey, when I go left, my character is not going left. When he started to realize that, we'd start looking at his controller, and we'd copy what he's doing for like a little bit, so that he starts to believe again.
Yeah, he starts to believe again.
And then that lasts another hour.
Yeah, yeah, and if he still started to catch on, I mean, if we were like 3 hours in, or like, and he was. We couldn't get the best of him. Faulty controller. Always fall back to faulty controller.
Or, hey, just...
Bro, yeah, it's just
unplug
unplug it, yeah.
Back in. Yeah, but Jacob thought all of our controllers just would give up sometimes.
Yeah, and we just didn't care.
Yeah.
Clearly it didn't affect us. But he never connected the dots. Did it ever happen to you? No? And if he actually thought I was playing, did it happen to me? No.
Well, that makes sense, though. Because we always had the same controller. We'd always get the same controller every time.
That's true.
I had the silver controller, and then you'd have the black controller, and Jacob would get the purple controller. Nobody liked the purple controller. All right. I think that's all the time we have. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. EJ, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Jacob should leave more often.
Yeah. Did you want to shout out, plug anything that you have or something?
I'll plug something I have. Yeah, hit me up on Instagram, and that's all I use.
All right. And usually in the beginning of each episode, our @ signs for Jacob and I pop up on the screen. But I'm gonna edit that so that it'll say EJ's.
So you'll have already followed me.
So yeah, you will have already followed. Thanks for tuning in. Nintendo, sponsor us.
Send us from the vault.
We know you made Mario Kart 8, but with 2 characters on one card.
It's out there. Please send it. We need it.
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram @ the Squabble Podcast. We also release these episodes that come out on Spotify and iTunes and literally anywhere you can find podcasts, including a YouTube if you want to watch that visual version. I guess that's everything that I have to say. EJ, will you do them the honors and me the honors and snap them later?
I absolutely will.
All right.
I have to say it too. I do say okay.
Yeah. We'll snap you later.
Okay, yeah. We'll snap you later.